known it would have kept me from the one I had today.
Good morning. You are tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne on one street over. I'm so glad you all have joined us today. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for guiding our steps, for your perfect will, your perfect timing. Thank you for wisdom and discernment. Thank you for taking the shows today where you want them to go. We love you. We praise you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
All right. First time WSGI guest. That is always fun.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Freda. How are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, and I'm so excited because you said that you grew up in Springfield.
I did.
So that's great that you finally get to be on here.
I know. I feel honored.
Oh, we're honored to have you. Goodness. So Freda Herndon is affiliated with Seeds of Hope, correct?
Right.
And that's why I wanted to have them on today, because I heard that all of the locations now are finalized.
They are, and we've actually had to have a little adjustment. All this rain caused one of our gardens to wash out. I don't ever remember a May like we've had this year. So we're very fortunate that we only had one site to have some problems. And we had actually that homeowner found a replacement on their own for us and has already agreed. They're replanting, so they've already signed up for next year's garden tour. So we're very fortunate. Very fortunate.
Awesome. So let's have the details.
Okay, great. So Seeds of Hope benefits Martha's Song, and I'll tell you a little bit about Martha's Song in a minute. But let me briefly talk about the tour. It's on June the 8th. We have 8 sites lined up and all over Robertson County. So a real good mix of personal gardens as well as some of our local farms and locations that some of our listeners may know about, or they may be places you haven't visited. And I made notes so I wouldn't leave anyone out.
Great.
We're really excited this year. South Central Growers is a gym in Robertson County. A lot of you may know that your supplies that you purchase, some of your hanging plants and some of your potted plants that you purchase are actually provided by South Central Growers out in northern Robertson County. You see their beautiful greenhouses as you drive by, but they're not open to the public. They're not a retail site, but they're going to open for us. They're our title sponsor this year. So you won't be able to purchase things from there because you can purchase them locally at their retail locations that they supply for. But in the back of their operation, they are going to open up for us to see their their trial garden where they're developing new variations and new colors of some of the plants that you'll see next year at your local Lowe's or other retail suppliers. So that'll be a fun stop. So not only are they our title sponsor, they're one of our locations. And that'll be a fun place for all of you that like to see what's new, what new varieties will be available next year, and kind of plan your garden around maybe a new color scheme or a new plant. So that'll be a fun stop. And then in the historic district, we have 2 home gardens. One, they actually are both on North Garner. One will feature sort of an English garden, cottage garden setting, and then the other one is more of a feature about how to use container gardening. It's around a smaller yard with around a pool, and how to use container gardening to provide sort of a lush landscape around a pool. That'll be a different look for folks. Then retail-wise and sort of mixing in some vegetable gardening and some flower gardening, some combination of pick-your-own flowers and vegetables. We've got Heads Farm, Hancock Farms, and then Bernard Farms. And then a new kind of a combination of a personal garden and a pick-your-own Made Whole Farms, which is a late addition for us, and we're excited to have them. And then in Greenbrier, another personal garden, Kevin Mead, which combines something I know a lot of us enjoy, an outdoor fire pit, and kind of how they've added that to their landscape. So I think a good variety where you can learn a lot. Those of you who have green thumbs, and those of you like me who aspire to have green thumbs, can get some ideas, see some things you might want to incorporate into your own landscape at home. One of the things people enjoyed on last year's tour was just getting ideas. You know, sometimes we try things and they don't work, and all of our homeowners and our retail partners as well, they're great educators, and they're happy to share what they've learned, what worked and what didn't. You know, one of the things that the Woodards, one of the homes on in the historic district, they said, you know, it's been trial and error. They've just returned from 20 years of living in London, and they shared with me that the just the way the um, atmosphere is there and the way the soil is there, you can just throw anything in the ground and it grows. And they've come back to Springfield, Tennessee, and that's not been the case here. So they've really had to adjust their planning, and they talk about, you know, why they chose what they chose, and that'll be, I think, real informative for people and real helpful, particularly for people that are just getting started. So all of our homeowners are really excited. Some of them are giving away some seeds. Some of them plan to have other little goodies and surprises as you stop by. So it's been really fun to see our site sponsors and our homeowners kind of plan for this, and I think it'll be just a fun day.
That sounds awesome, and I love the fact that I mean, how much education can people get here? You know, and right when you said that, I thought of homeschoolers.
It's a great day for homeschoolers. I had not thought about that.
Yes, I mean,
Good idea.
I'm definitely going to repost that on a couple of the homeschool groups that I'm affiliated with because, I mean, it's only a $25 donation, right?
Right.
Okay. And are there prices for different for children? Like if someone does have like 5 kids with them?
Right. Their children 12 and under are free,
Oh
so
my
that's
goodness.
a great thing.
Okay.
And also, some of the I know senior citizen groups, they're carpooling and all of that. So check with some groups and see if you might want to carpool. I think it'd be a fun outing. Some of the senior citizen
Oh
groups are
yeah.
looking at that as well. So you can make it a fun day.
Mm-hmm.
There are some of the stops sell drinks and sandwiches and food, so
Oh,
you
okay.
can make a day of it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow, that sounds like an awesome day. And like you said, I mean, you can even talk to the people and ask them, like, how did you get that to grow there? Or, you know, wow, I never thought of using that kind of a container.
And we've been really fortunate. One of the things that, of course, this is a fundraiser for Martha's Song, and some of your listeners may not know about Martha's Song. It is a 501c3. We're a small not for profit foundation, but we started in 2005, and it's actually named the Martha in Martha Song is for my mom, and she passed away in 2006, and this actually started in 2005. And and because it's been so long, a lot of people don't that are here now may not have known her. You know, when we first started, she was really plugged in the community, and a lot of people knew her. And as we get further away, they don't. So I do like to tell her story. She was the HR director at Northcrest, and at the time of her diagnosis with cancer, she had really been a force because she found herself when she was first diagnosed. She didn't have health insurance, so she was one of those people that really had to maneuver, you know, how to pay off those bills and how to find resources, because at that time Springfield did not have a lot of resources. You know, we now are in a situation where, you know, Tennessee Oncology has a full-time office here. At that time that wasn't available. There wasn't, you know, Nashville seemed a lot further away back then. You know, now it doesn't seem that way at all. Springfield has grown and changed, but she made it her business to make sure there were access to resources. She started a cancer support group, all those kinds of things that people were struggling to find answers for. She just went about, you know, connecting people to resources, and that just became part of her journey. As she found out things, she would share it, and you know, lived 12 years after her first diagnosis, and way more than people first told her, and more than she expected, and certainly more than we as her family expected. So it was very much turned a negative and scary time into a positive experience for herself and for all of us. And some of her friends got together and wanted to, honor that and honor the legacy. And so it was exciting that she was able to be at the first fundraiser. And Penny Callis, that's been on this show before, and some of her friends were part of that initial fundraiser. So it's been fun to carry this on. And I'm struck by, I'm always remember that first fundraiser. And she was, not feeling her best that day. And she said, I'm not going up on that stage. You'll have to speak for me. And there were 500 people there. And I just remember I was struck by what she said. She wanted me to say, even though it's called Martha's Song, Freda, she said, it's not about me. It's about the people we can help. And I always remember her little voice that every time I talk about this, it really was for her. It was about the community. And we've given away $200,000 since then.
Wow.
So $500 at a time. And every year we raise $10,000 to $15,000, and that's about how much we give away each year. So the requirements are pretty simple. Anyone who's a Robertson County resident, that was real important to her, that it was for Robertson County people. She didn't want the money going outside of Robertson County. And as a board, we have a volunteer board. The requirements have really stuck to that. You have to be a Robertson County resident to qualify, and you have to be currently undergoing cancer treatment. We do ask for proof of that. Unfortunately, we all know sometimes people try to, get money that they may not really qualify for. So we do require a proof of diagnosis. And when we first started out, we were reimbursing people for their expenses. And as times have gotten tougher and the economy's gotten a little bit tougher, made things harder for people, and insurance has changed, deductibles are higher. We now, with the diagnosis verification, we just give the gift of $500 and let people spend it like they choose. It may be they're behind on their utilities. It may be they need to spend it to their deductible. It may be their medication is really expensive. So we don't do a reimbursement. We just provide the gift and let the individual receiving it spend it like they need to spend it. So that has cut down on a lot of paperwork for us and for them, because we don't have staff. We're a group of volunteers managing the program.
So I understand the $25 ticket for the event does go to Martha's Song, but what if people just want to straight donate? How can they do that?
It's very simple. Thank you for asking, because we do take straight donations, and we do have people that will say, I can't attend the event and I would just like to donate. We have a website, Martha's Song Foundation.org. We also have a Facebook page. You can connect through there. It'll take you directly to the website. There is a donate button on there. You can also purchase a ticket and not attend, of course. It's also an option.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because, sometimes people will say, I can't attend, but can I purchase 10 tickets for people who can't afford to attend?
Absolutely.
So if that does happen, like I know that there's a lot of homeschoolers out there, on tight budgets. And so that would be a great thing to do.
Absolutely. And we do have the QR code is on, the link is on our Facebook page. There's an event page linked to our Facebook page, and it's Martha's Song Foundation. You'll find it real easily on Facebook. There's a blue bird. That's how you'll know you've gotten to the right place. And also, all of our sponsors are linked. There's a lot of activity right now to the Facebook page. So I think it's fairly easy to find. We'll have to link it to your page.
Yes, definitely.
So that folks listening today can find it as well. And our sponsors, I would be remiss if I didn't mention them, because they're all linked as well. So South Central Growers, of course, I've mentioned them already, as our title sponsor. Beth Doris with State Farm Insurance has been a sponsor for several years. The Credit Union for Robertson County also is a repeat sponsor and has been a longtime supporter of Martha's Song. The Gallery of Artistic Hair Design with Penny Callis, who has sponsored us since the beginning as well. Northcrest Medical Center, a longtime sponsor since this event and the foundation began. Tennessee Oncology, longtime sponsor since the beginning. And then the Parker family, several, my brothers and I, and then several of our aunts and uncles as well join in and do a sponsorship. And then new this year, in addition to South Central Growers being new, Bluegrass Realty and Auction has joined as a new sponsor as well. And then we have several sponsors that are just friends of Martha Song, lots of sponsors at that level as well, too many to mention. So we're really excited about all of those people joining. So tickets are available through the QR code. And through the links, but also paper tickets for those of you who don't like to do the electronic version are at the Chamber of Commerce and also at our retail sites that are site sponsors that are on the tour this year. So out at Bernard Farms, out at Hancock's, and at Heads Farm as well.
Oh, great.
Board members also have tickets, so probably someone you know can get you a ticket.
Right. And I just reposted it on my Lee Marie page, so it's on the top right now. So
Thank you so much.
if you want to find me on Facebook, if you haven't friended me yet, it's a white circle that says rule number 1 in black. So that is my, and then underneath it says put God first at the center of everything. So that is my Facebook profile. And I have Seeds of Hope now right on the top there. I unpinned my other stuff so that it would come up on top. So very easy for y'all to find. If you're out listening on the radio, please remember to share this. All right. So when you get home or whatever on your phone, go to Facebook or YouTube if you're not on Facebook and share this with people because we really want to have an amazing turnout this year. How many people do you know how many people usually go through?
You know, last year was our first year, so we've learned a lot. One of the things we've learned, it's really hard to count how many people come through. We think we had about 150 last year. The event is from 9 to 3, and with the 8 sites, it is really tough to track. We think we had about 150 last year, so I'm anticipating at least that many, and of course, it's weather dependent.
Right.
So, with it not being they can start at any location. With it spread throughout the county, we really wanted it to be where you can plan your own day. So it is difficult to track. I anticipate probably 150 to 200 this year.
Okay. Now you said it's weather dependent, so
We are going to have the event rain or shine.
Okay,
Our
okay.
attendance is weather dependent.
okay. Want to clarify that?
Yeah, it's not. We have the event rain or shine, and our sites are definitely planning on being there regardless. We have tents and volunteers set up, ready to go, and certainly the gardens have had enough rain, so they're very hopeful that we will not have a rainy day. But
I think they've had enough rain.
I think they are ready to have a sunny Saturday. The long range forecast looks really good, so
good.
we're hopeful that there will be a rain free day.
Do you know how much? Somebody said that we almost had 13 inches in May. Is that?
I
what
think
you've
that's
heard?
pretty accurate. I know that 2 weeks ago we had 8 inches in 1 week, so it would not surprise me to hear that it was that high.
Yes. Wow. Well, this sounds amazing. I'm so excited. And, I was in Master Gardeners for a bit. And so I know how important it is to go out and actually see what is happening near you.
The Master Gardeners last year had really helped us. They are a wonderful resource in the community, and several of the folks who are on the tour this year have sort of like you. Some of them have started and stopped. One of the sites that got rained out this year had completed the Master Gardeners course, so I was really hopeful that she would be able to be on there. Several have stopped and started. They have been a great resource for us, and that's one of my bucket list things. They are such a good resource, so I hope to get to do that myself one day.
Well, and I heard that Mo Jones or Maureen
Yeah.
is going to be over at Rebecca's place.
She is, and I'll go on and say that's one of the ones that had really bad experience with all of our lovely rain. So she will be on there next year for us. She's already said. So I'm anxious to see them replant and be able to start over.
Right. Oh, how exciting. All right. Well, we've been listening to Freda Herndon, and she is with Seeds of Hope event, but also Martha's Song.
Correct.
And it was named after her mother, Martha. So I'm so honored to have you here. This is just amazing. Now, you have another hat that you wear.
I have a real job.
When we come back from the break, let's talk about what you do when you're not prepping for this fundraiser, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so let's go and hear about one of our sponsors here on One Street Over. Again, this is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne. And let's go ahead and hear about Richard's Exit Prime Realty.
If you need help in the real estate business, be sure and check out Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Prime Realty. New name, same great exit team. Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. Barry is our broker right here in Springfield. If you need help in the real estate business, be sure and check out Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Prime Realty.
I am a big fan
New
of
name,
Mr.
same
Perry's
great
music.
exit team.
You can reach out.
Sorry about that. We have some ads running over each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you about Barry Richards, Exit Prime Realty. You all know them. They are so active in the community. And I don't have their number handy, but I will bring that up and see what's going on with the ads here. But if you are buying or selling in Robertson County, or actually even if you are buying or selling in Kentucky, get a hold of them with Exit Prime Realty because they can help you out. They've been doing it for a long time. Barry has the drone capability so that he could take lots of pictures, and they're pros. So they are a longtime sponsor of One Street Over, and I hope that you will get a hold of Barry Richards and have them do your realty needs. All right, we are back now with Freda Herndon. And she is with Martha's Song, but she's also with the Seeds of Hope fundraiser that is coming up really soon, June 8th. So it's actually a week from this Saturday.
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we had a meeting last night to go over all the details, make sure we had our volunteers in place, and we will have Martha Song volunteers at each location. They'll be able to answer any questions you have and talk to anyone who might have a friend they want to refer to get the financial assistance that we offer. So there will be Martha Song volunteers. You'll see us. We're also trying something new this year. We're adding that I wanted to let people know about. We are always there with our Martha Song t-shirts on, and we're going to have t-shirts for sale this year. We've never done that before, but people are always asking. So we thought we'd try it. We purchased a few just to see. We'll have our blue Martha Song t-shirts as well as an event t-shirt. We didn't order a bunch because we, of course, are not for profit, but we thought we would test the waters and see what kind of response we would have. So if you all have always wanted one of our fun Martha Song t-shirts and want to purchase one, we'll have those for sale. We'll also have a few of our event t-shirts that feature our event logo. So
very
we'll
good.
see how that goes, but you better come quick because we didn't order a lot. So if you're interested in one, you might want to buy that early in the day when you see them.
Okay. And it's probably best, too, if they buy their ticket ahead of time, too, right?
I would say so. We will have a few on site, but I definitely would start in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Plus, then when you get to the location, you won't have to wait. You can
Right.
just go right.
Just start
Do they
right.
get like a wristband or something?
We will have wristbands available. We're also going to have door prizes that have been offered by several of our sponsors. Last year, those were a big hit. We've got some things like hand painted birdhouses. We've got baskets that feature some gardening tools. So you'll have the opportunity to enter for those free door prizes. Some of those going up in value. So.
Right.
One fun thing we're doing at one of our sites just for fun is a plant pull. This is what happens when you get young people involved on your board. You do fun things like this. That's why we have QR codes, folks, because we have young people on our board. Shout out to all the young people on our board. We do love you that you bring us into the modern ages. But one of the ideas from some of the younger people was a plant pool. So you have the option to do that. That's, again, just a little mini fundraiser where you can pay $20 and you'll get a random plant. It may be something worth $40. It may be something worth $20, but you'll get a random plant. So those, again, have been donated by some of our friends. We have lots of suppliers out in our county that have this time of year that have lots of things for sale, perennials and shrubs and trees and just We really do have a lot of resources in our community, and they've been very generous. So that'll be a fun thing.
Oh,
You
very cool.
won't know what you'll get, but it'll be
Yeah.
fun. So
Now, if people do have some more door prizes that they want to donate, can they still donate those?
sure,
Do
absolutely.
they need to be plant themed or can they be just random?
We have tried to keep everything kind of garden
Okay.
themed, but at this point, absolutely, it's a fundraiser. We would entertain other things,
Okay.
and we
How
could
about some dance lessons? I'm now teaching dance lessons right next to Crossroads in a little.
we could probably tie that into. Is there some kind of a theme we could make that
Yeah,
work?
yeah, well, you know what? I have a beautiful wishing well in the window with flowers. How's that?
That's close. That's close. Thank you.
Oh, all right. We've been talking to Freda. Now, Freda, we have only about 4 minutes left, and I saw our next guest walk in.
Okay.
So I want to tell people about what you do in your normal.
Okay, great. Thank you for that opportunity. I'm the adult education director in my career. Martha's Song is my volunteer passion, but work-wise, I'm the adult education director for Workforce Essentials. So we work with adults who did not complete their high school education. So if you are, or someone you know, maybe did not finish high school the traditional way, whether that was 2 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, they can do that now. There are several different ways to do that. You can, earn your GED, earn your high set. It's a different test that Tennessee recognizes now. Just give me a call. It's graduation season. I was in Clarksville last week. They had more than 140 graduates, age 18 all the way up to, I saw someone in their 70s walk
Right.
across the stage.
Right.
Wilson County, a different night last week, they had 105, I think, that graduated. So it's really opens a lot of doors for people. If it's something you didn't do for whatever reason, life happened.
Right.
We have classes in all the 10 counties that we serve, and
Wow.
they're in person. We have teachers who are retired that work with us, people who maybe have never taught in a traditional classroom but just have a passion for it. They're all very patient. We have a lot of professional development with them, and they know that adults learn differently, and they are very good at what they do. So someone will walk alongside you. We've had a lot of success. We also offer English language classes for people who do not have English as their native language. We have 40 different languages that are spoken by our students. So if you need English language instruction, if you need your high school diploma completed, just give us a call. We
Then give the phone number 2 times.
Sure. You can call my cell number and I can connect you with one of our classes. It's 615-533-0635. Again, Freda Herndon, 615-533-0635, and I can connect you with one of our classes in any of the counties in northern Middle Tennessee. We'd love to connect you with an instructor and get you started on that journey, and maybe something on your bucket list. Mine's Master Gardeners, and yours might be getting that education completed.
Right. And then when they are there certain start dates for the diplomas?
We have open enrollment because, when that window of opportunity in your crazy schedule, because most people are working and are trying to fit this in on top of a job and a family, and we have flexible schedules, day and evening classes. Some people come after a night shift and take that class, so we'll work with you to make it
Right.
work.
And that's great that it's no judging. I mean, things
Absolutely not.
happen.
They
so
do.
much happens, especially here in the country when you
Yeah.
got to do crops and different things. I mean, a lot of things can keep you from just finishing that up. And so all ages
All
up
ages.
until 80 something. All right, 90, 100. Right?
Absolutely.
It's never too late if that's something that you want to do. It's not something that you have to do.
Absolutely.
But there's that. Now, what about this website? Did you want to give that website?
Sure. You can also reach us at workforceessentials.com. It'll look weird when you spell it because there's the E at the end of workforce and the E at the start of essentials.
Okay.
It's all spelled out. Sorry, guys. It's a long website, but workforceessentials.com also has a link to adult ed.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And one more time, give the specifics on the big fundraiser that you guys are doing on June 8th.
June the 8th, it's from 9 to 3. Go to Martha Song Foundation. Find us on Facebook or on our website. We would love to see you. The tickets are $25. If you need to purchase one in person, check out the Chamber of Commerce has tickets, or Heads Farm, Hancock Farms, or Bernard Farms.
Awesome. Very good. Well, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you guys have at least twice as many people this
I
year.
hope so too. I think we will. Thanks for your
Sounds
help
like
promoting it.
Thank you so much for coming on. God bless. All right. That was Freda Herndon, and I hope you guys will all go out and support Seeds of Hope. All right, we're going to do a commercial here, and then we're going to have our next guest come on, and I hope you will stay tuned. Again, this is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne on 1 Street Over, and let's hear from Veterans Motorplex.
It is racing season here in Middle Tennessee, specifically here in Robertson County, and we have got a family-friendly, wonderful racetrack. If you're new to the county and you're not aware of what we have going on at Veterans Motorplex, you need to put it on your calendar. It's racing season officially March to October. Sometime they extend over into November, but right now they're making some track improvements. So Jerry wanted to go ahead and get back on the air with us and say, save the date. We're thinking the first official race will be first or second week in April. They're still going to have that family pack of tickets for $40. You can take up to 6 kids, 2 adults in for one $40 price. No alcohol served at the track. That's very unusual. So that means it is completely family friendly. You can bring your family out every Saturday evening, starting very soon, probably the first or second weekend in April. If you need to know more, you can follow them at Highland Rim Speedway on social media. But it's Veterans Motorplex. 615-643-8725 is a number to call for details. 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. When you get out there to the races, you tell them U-Turn sent you.
All right. And yes, that was U-Turn Laverne's voice. We miss you, U-Turn. I am sitting in for her today. And I'm so excited that Tammy Perko could join me today. And I'm really excited that you color coordinated with me. Fantastic. Wow. I have to mention this shirt that I am wearing because it's the first time I've worn it on air. This is my Fall Creek Falls shirt. And I did get to go there. Actually, when y'all were having that last tornado, not recently, but the one before that, about a month ago, during all those crazy tornadoes, that's where I was in Fall Creek Falls. And I absolutely loved it. It was my first time there. So I wanted to tell people, go check it out.
Cool.
All right, but something else you have to check out, y'all, is Vacation Bible School season.
It's that time of year
Now, was I reading correctly? Is this the 100th anniversary of Vacation Bible School?
for Lifeway. 100, 100 years.
Oh, wow. Because I do remember taking it back in the 70s when I was a little kid. Oh,
It started out with a lady, it was a doctor's wife up in New York, and the kids were playing on the streets. So she rented a bar and started Vacation Bible School.
wow.
And a lot of people was like, hey, we need to bring them, back into the church. And they didn't come. So she goes, we need to go where the kids are. So that's where it started, because the kids were playing in the street. Her husband was a doctor. She was seeing them getting hurt. They needed something to do. So that's how it all got started. And then it just grew from there.
Isn't that interesting? Wow. See, and that reminds me of something that I saw. I like to repost little positive things, and I saw something that said, what good can one person do? Said 8 billion people. It just takes
Right.
one person, and look at this
Look what's
legacy.
happened. Yeah, I know.
I
It's
mean, now
exciting.
almost every church, not every church, but a lot of churches have them. But I heard that yours is going to be super cool this year, and so I want you to
Super cool.
tell our listeners about it.
So basically, we're Southern Baptist, so ours is going to be this week. It starts on Monday at 8:45 and it runs till noon. So we're a daytime Vacation Bible School, which a lot of people nowadays, because of work and volunteers, they have to do it at night. So we're very fortunate that we're still one of the churches that can do it during the day. So this week's theme is Breaker Rock Beach. So we're going to the beach, but it's not your little white sands and clear, nice little beaches. It's the beaches out on the West Coast, which have the rocks that block the damage that the water does to the beaches. So this whole theme this year, I love it. It's like God's truth. So it's, here's God's truth. So let me just give you a little rundown on the days. So the first day we're starting back at day one, Adam and Eve. We're back in Genesis. And it's like some people say truth can be different for different people, but God says truth comes from me. So that's the first. The first story is about Adam and Eve and eating the apple and just the basic little story. And then day two is God's plan is best, and it's where Daniel chooses God's way. So it's like be clean, eat healthy, take care of your body. And people say do whatever you want that makes you happy, but God says my plan for you is even better. And then day three, we go to the rich young ruler story that's in the Bible. And everyone needs Jesus is the theme for that day. And, some people say being a good person gets you into heaven, but God says everyone sins and needs a savior. And then day four, Jesus is the only way. And this is about John writing to Jesus, wrote about Jesus. And some people say there's many ways to get to heaven. And Jesus says, I'm the only way to get to heaven. And then day five, it speaks the truth in love. So this is about Paul, who is encouraging emphasis. And it says, some people say, you don't have to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you don't like me. And God said, speak the truth in love. So these little memes or little catchphrases that we say are the world's truth, not God's truth. So we're going back to the basic. So I mean, you'll get the little beachy stuff, decorations and everything, but it's trying to protect yourself and shield from that rock.
I love that. That is so cool. And how true that is, because, there's the two kingdoms out there. There's God's kingdom and there's Satan's kingdom. And you have to make sure that you are listening to the right one.
That's correct.
And we get so bombarded with the other one, especially if you have television or, video games or all that stuff running your life. You have to be so careful.
And you get so caught up in it, you forget. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just in front of you. Like, do whatever makes you happy. If you're happy, do this. Yeah, that's not always the
Right.
case.
You have to know what God is saying about it.
Right.
I love that. That is so cool. And that really goes a lot. I don't know if you've met Shannon Bumgarner before, but she's going to be on Friday. We have Faith Friday on Friday. And she's with Biblical Foundations of Freedom. And this just is completely right in line with that, because she's always saying, you got to stop and see now, who is this? Is that what God says about you? You're fearfully and wonderfully made. We just have to keep tapping into what God's truth is. And so I love how they have those lesson plans all.
They are. They're very. I was wondering, what could we do? How could it be so? Is it the solid rock? That's what I was thinking. But then I got once we got it, and I was like, this is great. This is wonderful. So they always amaze me with their themes. They improve every year. So it's just amazing to get the message through.
That's great. And so the rocks that protect us from, and we need to guard our hearts. Boy.
Yeah, so it's really good.
Especially, with the kids and with video games and all that stuff, it's just, like you said, if you're not careful, you can just, get sucked into that world.
Right, that's true.
And the enemy is so intelligent,
Yeah, to sneak in there and grab you when you're not paying attention.
Yeah, he's been around for thousands of years, and he's got a lot of demons who are helping him. And so we have to know that. We have to know that, that is what's, behind a lot of the stuff that we're hearing. And so the way to guard us is to look at God's truth and be speaking that and reading that and learning that. So I love that you're doing that for the kids.
And this year it's really easy, because with the music, the motions, the music, in the words to the songs, it has the scripture, it has the motto, and just being repetitive is how you learn. The motions are very simple this year that we can do, because they like to do the motions. And then, like I said, and they're learning and keeping up with the Bible verse and the motto for the year. So for this year, so it's really neat and it's exciting. So I'm ready to get into it Monday. I mean, we'll start getting ready for it this weekend. I've already been getting ready for it since January.
Do you already have a song or something you want to sing and do the motions for us?
Oh no, that's not my job. That's Mitzi Burton and Taylor Weaver.
Oh, that sounds like fun. So you all set, you have enough volunteers, you have enough
Yep.
community
We
support?
can always take more volunteers. I know a lot of high schoolers are needing hours, so we
high school's
always do
needing
that.
hours,
Yeah, we
okay.
do that. But like I said, we're really excited. We're daytime, so we get there at 8:45. They get a snack, they get Bible study, they get music, they get missions, they get recreation. They get it all.
And then what time's it go until?
So noon.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes,
Okay.
about 3 hours and 15 minutes. We takes us 15 minutes to get settled, so
Okay.
we don't want to
What,
cut
what
into our
time should they arrive?
About 8:45.
Oh, okay, that's
8:45.
arrival
Yeah,
time.
because that
Okay.
gives us about 15 minutes to get ready and get everybody checked in, and everybody knows where they need to go. And
Okay. And tell them where your church is, because we do have some new listeners out there that.
Right.
are new
Okay,
to
it's
the-
Ebenezer Baptist Church, and it's 6028 Ebenezer Road in Greenbrier, Tennessee. And so our phone number is 615-643-0637 if you have any questions. This is free. A lot of people ask how much does it cost for them to come. It is free. For that, 3 hours and 15 minutes, we just ask them if they can to bring change. And that's what I want to talk about. That's
Okay.
something new we're doing this year. We have been supporting the Operation Christmas Child because during Vacation Bible School for our mission for years, because our church for the past 15 plus years has been a drop off point here in the county for Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes that we send overseas. So we've always collected our change. We've completed, I think we did the first year was 5 boxes, and then we did 10 boxes, and then they wanted to do 200 last year. I said, well, hey, why don't we do 20 and let's see what we can do. So the kids don't know it yet, but this year we've set our goal is going to be 200, and they get to help set up the boxes and fill them up. So one of their days during recreation, we're going to take that 20 minutes and we're going to let them fill the shoe boxes and put a little message note inside. And God's going to place that box in the kid's hand that he knows that should receive it later on this year. So that's a big thing. So they're going to be excited because they've always wanted to do more boxes.
Oh, that is a great idea.
So then, they bring their change and that pays for the shipping. I mean, not 100%, but it starts, So like I said, besides that, I tell them to bring their quarters. And their parents kill me. Quarters.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. And so one more time, what's the starting date?
It is June 3rd through June 7th.
3rd through 7th.
And it'll be 8:45 till noon.
Okay, so that's Monday through Friday.
And then we'll have the family night on Friday night at 6:30.
Oh, okay.
So the parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and everybody can come.
Oh,
And they can see
nice.
what they've learned and watch them do their emotions.
And so will that be in the main sanctuary?
The show, what they'll perform, will be in the sanctuary. Then we'll go to the fellowship hall and we have snacks afterwards.
Oh,
And we do
nice.
give away prizes and gift cards and stuff at the end too. So just so the parents can get involved too and have a little bit of fun. Because VBS is for everybody. We just finished our youth and our adult vacation Bible school every Sunday night here in May. So we've
Really?
done it we do it all the way, all ages, 0 to 100. So
Wow. Well, next time you do that, we'll have to have you in and talk about that.
yeah, it's really good.
Because some people don't.
So I
know.
want to put in a little, I guess, information advertisement. We're here with Robertson County Baptist Association, or the Harvest Association is what we've changed our names to. This week we've got 9 churches. I mean, that next week, I'm sorry, 9
Wow.
churches are going. So if you can't get to Greenbrier, you have other churches in the area
Okay.
that's going on. It's just myself, Ebenezer, Rock Springs Baptist in Greenbrier, and Springfield Baptist here in Springfield. They're daytime.
Okay.
But the rest of these are at night. So we have Cedar Hill, Crossroads, Harmony, Hopewell, Oak Grove, Rocks I told you about, and Spring Hill. So there's 9 churches out of about the 36 of them that's going next week.
Oh,
And then
wow.
they're going to last all summer. They'll go through August. So if you can't get here next week, if you're on vacation, there's other churches in the area that, and Greenbrier First Baptist too. Sorry, Greenbrier First Baptist, they're at night. They're at night, but they're only like partial Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All right.
So there's a lot going on, a lot of chances if you don't get to. So if your kids play ball at night, then they come to the daytime ones. If they're in daycare or somewhere during the day, then there's opportunity at night. And some of these churches also do youth. I mean, well, not youth, adults, so the adults can stay too at night if they want to
Oh,
come.
okay.
So some of those churches do that too.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, we're going to take a little break and then come back. We're talking to Tammy Perko. She's with Ebenezer Baptist Church right there in Greenbrier, right behind the railroad tracks, where you guys have been having. Let me tell you, I just really appreciate the concerts you guys have been doing,
We have one coming up.
inspirations. Oh, what's the next one?
June 20th, Mark
June
Trammell.
June 20th, Mark Trammell. Okay. Y'all need to go to that because it's going to be awesome. And that's one of the bands, WSGI has been playing good old gospel lately. So they've been playing bluegrass and Southern gospel and hymns. And so Mark Trammell is one of the ones that I was hearing. And if I'm driving along and I don't know who it is, I'll just shoot Brother T a text and I'll say, who is this? Of course, a lot of times he'll say, this is Brother T. You know who you, and then he'll tell me, all right, that's Mark Trammell. And so he's been telling me Mark Trammell on so many of the ones that I've been liking. So I'm so excited that they're coming to Ebenezer, and it's such a great church it's so easy to get to, and it's just right, it's right there. So I'm excited. And if you haven't been out to one of the concerts over at Ebenezer yet, you really need to go.
Yeah, we have several a year.
Yes. So anyways, let me go to one of our sponsors here, and how about Cumberland Connect?
Robertson County, it is time to join the Gig Club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. You can join me in the Gig Club. And you can have up to 4 gigs for just $80. High-speed internet that will blow you away. If you're like me and you've had terrible internet service to start, Robertson County, it is time to join the Gig Club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. You can join me in the Gig Club. It is racing season here in Middle Tennessee, specifically here.
I don't know why that is happening, but we're having a little bit of technical difficulty here. Anyway, Cumberland Connect. You can now get high-speed internet, and it's coming real close to everybody now. And so if you are unsure of when your neighborhood is getting it, just go on their website, and you can put in your address and find out. And I know they have the Gig Club. Everybody's talking about the Gig Club, getting all that. So you can check that out as well. Cumberland Connect also did a Customer Appreciation Day the other day, and I was giving out free food and lots of information. I know they also have a referral program now. So if you are a current Cumberland Connect customer, you can refer a friend, and y'all get goodies then. So make sure you check out Cumberland Connect in Robertson County for all your internet needs. All right, we're back in studio with Tammy Perko here, and we're so glad that you can make it in before Vacation Bible School starts. Now, is this like the first week? Are you guys like in the first set that's going?
Yeah, we're the very first set going.
Okay.
So.
And, I encourage people, take the kids to as many as you can, because what do they say? Garbage in, garbage out. So whatever, you want to be putting in good stuff. You want to be putting in scripture, because you are what you eat physically and mentally and spiritually. So make sure you get out and get some of this great instruction.
Well, I know when my son was a child, he went to at least 3 or 4.
There you go.
I mean, he just kept going, and then the Methodist Church is next week too. So Greenbrier United Methodist is next week at night too. So there's a lot going on.
And think about too, like this is really, I really encourage homeschool families to do this, because that's one thing that homeschool kids will say is, I wish I had more friends, because they're not. So hello, homeschool parents, listen up. You sign up for as many Vacation Bible Schools as you can, because your child's best friend, your new best friend, may be in one of those classes.
That's right. That's right. Now, we do ages 4 years old to 6th grade.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't mention that earlier. Sometimes youth starts at 6th grade, but if you're 6th grade, you were lucky. You come during the youth, and you get to come during the day, so they can do both. So we do 4 years old to 6th grade. So.
Oh, great. All right. Get those kiddos signed up. And that's what I wanted to find out, is how much in advance do they need to sign up?
They just walk up, and we have a little form to fill out, because most of the stuff we have on record with them, so it'll be a quick check-in for them, and that's it. And encourage them to bring friends. Bring your friends.
Okay.
And the one thing that we do every year on Friday is we have what we call Wet and Wild Day. This started back with, I guess it was 20 years ago, when the theme was Ocean Odyssey, and I brought water in, and we have had it every day, every year since. So this year, it's appropriate because we're going to the beach. So our Wet and Wild Day is we get the fire truck, and the fire truck comes out and they spray the kids, and we have water balloons.
Really?
And, yeah, and we have water balloons, and we have little swimming pools for those that are a little overwhelmed with the pressure of the water. So we do. That's our recreation on Friday.
Oh,
So
my
they get about 10
goodness.
minutes out there getting wet, and they dry off and eat their little popsicles, and so that's our Wet and Wild Day.
That is so fun. That's Friday?
Yeah, that's on Friday the 7th, and so we encourage the parents if they want to come at 11 and watch them get wet, they
So
can
that's
and take
before the
pictures.
family night,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
it's during
so
the day.
if you're worried like how you're going to get that shower in before family night, there you go.
Yeah, but then sometimes we have to get the mud off of them because
Oh.
they start sliding in the grass and create mud. So it's pretty fun to watch them.
Oh, this thing sounded more fun by the minute, I tell you.
Yeah, they have a good time.
Oh,
So,
well, and we should do more fundraisers with the fire hose.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
They come out. Yeah, we've been very fortunate that they've worked with us, and we just do for a few minutes, and that gets them because it's pretty cold. Once you turn that water on, it's pretty cold. So you can only handle.
I'm just
it for so
envisioning
long.
like a full force fire horse and children flying. I'm sure it's not full
Well, I
force.
mean, it is. It's like it's going up and it's coming down like
okay.
rain.
Okay,
is
good. It's
what
not
they're doing.
straight
Oh
up.
yeah, and then they just run out underneath it, and some will stand there the whole time and just get soaked, and then others will run in and out, and so it's really cute to watch them. And I brought water balloons in last year too, so they go crazy with those water balloons.
Wow, you guys got this down. This is going to be so much fun. I'm going to tell everybody about it. Oh, that's awesome.
All ages, and then like I said, I've got kids that are in the 4th grade that they're afraid of the water, but I have a little wading pool, so at least they can go get their feet wet. So,
Aw.
and then I have like 10 4-year-olds that try to get in one pool too. So it's just it's fun to watch how they all interact. So
How long have you been doing you personally been doing vacation?
25 years.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. No
Yes,
wonder why you're the
I have.
expert.
Yeah. 25 years. So I enjoy it. I
Uh-huh.
love kids. So I love to make them happy. I got to do all this stuff when I was little, so I don't want them to miss out.
Right.
Because it's fun.
Now, do you do kids ministry year round at Ebenezer?
Yes, I'm the children's director there.
Oh, the children's director. And I didn't even realize that. I should have been announcing that. Tammy, the children's director
Yeah.
from Ebenezer.
Yeah, the
So
children's
tell them about your church and the hours and services and all
Yeah,
that.
so our services are on Sunday are 9 for Sunday school or small group, and then 10 o'clock is morning worship. And basically we have Sunday school classes or small groups for all ages. I teach the 4 and 5-year-olds, so I have the young ones. But then during morning worship, or we call big church, we have children's church too. So we go upstairs because my little ones are our door greeters. So they go around and they shake hands and say good morning. Just number one, to introduce them to the adults and the adults to the kids, and to get over that fear of
What a great
of talking to them.
idea.
So they're my door greeters. And then we stay up there and we have Brother Chad does a children's sermon. Plus, 3/4 of them can read now. So with my kids, so I'm like, okay, y'all should be singing. So, we stay for a couple songs, do the children's service, and then we go downstairs. And then downstairs they have their children little program, which is different from their small group at 9 o'clock. So we started last June with Genesis 1:1, and we're up to Samuel. So we are going through and we're touching on every Bible story that you may not get with the literature that's being sold now, that's available. We're just going from A to Z. We're up to now about David and Goliath. So that's what we were studying this week is David and Goliath. So like I said, we're taking the stories, telling them about it. We watch videos. We have little worksheets, crossword puzzles, decoder puzzles. We do a craft, we've got a little recreation game. So they get that, in an hour, all that little stuff to do in an hour. So we just try to keep them busy and keep them interested,
Sounds like you probably have a pretty big group of kids.
We have about 12 to 15.
Oh, okay.
Is what we have.
Okay. All
So,
right. So over at
all
Ebenezer.
ages, yeah. I mean, they go up. I think my oldest one's 9, so or just turned 10. So yeah, so we have a lot of little ones.
Okay. Well, that's
We have
great.
babies in the nursery, and they go upstairs and they like the singing, so they'll clap their hands and sing, and they
And
love
so
all
what
that.
what age does your kids ministry cap off at? The one that you are in charge of?
We go to 6th grade.
Sixth grade. Okay. And then what about the 7th to
7th to 12th is youth. So we have a youth group, and they meet. They have small session groups on Sunday morning, and then we discontinued our services on Sunday night, but that's the time to allow if the youth want to do stuff, or if you have like a Sunday school group that wants to get together and have an event. We try to do that on Sunday nights. And like youth out of school, they'll start going to Top Golf, and they'll go to the movies and all that different things starting this summer. So there's youth out. I mean, there's stuff and activities for them to do too.
So the 7th and 12th graders, what time do they meet on Sunday morning?
9 o'clock.
9. Okay, because I had some that were asking about that, so I'm going to make sure I send them over to Ebenezer.
Yeah, then we do Wednesday night too. We have Wednesday night is what we call prayer meeting, but we have activities for the kids too. It's the children. So again, it's more mission focused. So, we learn about missions and, how to do like basic skills of stuff. The boys, they'll go out and learn how to start a fire and, just little stuff like that. Just, stuff they may not get at home or learn, at school, and just some kind of
Wow.
little,
That's handy.
yeah.
That's great. Now, do you have any of those, the trail kids? I forget what there's like a Christian alternative to the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. And there's some churches that are starting those.
Awana, is that what it is?
No, I think American Heritage Girls is the
Yeah.
ladies one, and then Trail something is the guys
Yeah,
one.
we just do the children. We just
Okay.
got the children's group with us.
Okay.
Is what we do. So they can come and do that if they want. If mom and dad wants, let them get a bit more activity in besides screen time on their phones or TVs. So.
Oh, exactly. And that's the
takes it-
thing, guys. We need to, everybody, all of us need to have less screen time and more real time with people.
Right.
Even, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a whole nother show.
Yeah, I know. With them, just texting or on the computer. I mean, their writing skills are not like they used to be.
And you have to be so careful in
Right.
some of those video games because some of them
Right.
are not training them in the right way. I'll just say that. And, people that can all of a sudden start communicating with them that, are posing as children and they aren't. So, if you haven't picked up your kids' electronics lately, you need to make sure that you're involved in seeing what they're playing or what they're watching because
Or who they're talking to.
exactly.
That's another thing. Who they're talking to may not be who they think it is.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, we all get busy. I know that, but you need to protect your family because, it only takes one situation where they think that they're going to meet someone else somewhere and, it could go real bad. So please stay involved with your kids. And what a great opportunity right now. This is the first week of June coming up. And so there's a ton of vacation Bible schools to pick from. And so,
All over the county, there's no excuse. I mean, we're going north, south, east, and west with covering opportunities for kids to come and learn about Jesus, and that's what it's all about.
That's right. That's right. And they're free events. You can sign them up for as many as you want. But for this particular one next week, show up at 7:45.
It's 8:45.
8:45.
No, don't get there
Oh.
7. Don't get there 7.
get up 7:45.
We're there at 7, but not them. It's 7:45. But no, yeah, get there at 8:45. Bring them. We are more than welcome to have the kids, and we enjoy them. And I got a great crew. Basically, it's the same crew nearly every year. I got a few new ones in here, and they were like, "Hey, I can help next year." Like, okay, come on. So
And then you're looking for a couple more volunteers.
if they want to come on, we'll take the youth. Youth can come and help if they need hours, and I can sign off. I've been doing that for years too, giving them their hours for their promise and scholarships and stuff. Yeah, because they have to get their hours, so they can come and help, and they can learn too. I won't turn them away.
All right. Now, is there a particular, you want to give your number one more time in case they want to talk to you?
Yeah, our phone number is 615-643-0637, and we're at 6028 Ebenezer Road in Greenbrier, Tennessee, and we'd love to have all your kids so we can love on them and have a good time next week.
Awesome. Very good. Well, you've been listening to Tammy Perko from Ebenezer Baptist Church right here in Greenbrier. Their Vacation Bible School starts next week. I hope you guys will check it out as well as some of the other ones. Make sure you stay tuned because the next hour is the Go Show, which I do every single Wednesday from 8 to 9. Half of it is calendar related, half of it is inspiration. We do have some great inspiration coming up about speaking life over your life. And so you're not going to want to miss this Go Show coming up at 8 o'clock. All right, we got 1 minute left. So did we miss anything or did we get it all?
I think we got it all.
We got it all.
I think we got it all.
Awesome. All right. So I know you guys are all taking notes and forwarding this to your friends, telling them, hey, you got to get your kids in Vacation Bible School. And they don't have to be a part of any church or anything. No. Just please get them in. And you know what else? Call and invite neighbor kids and family, because that's the thing. And, you know, you talk to a lot of people who maybe are even pastors now and stuff, and some of them will say, their first exposure was because a neighbor invited them to Vacation Bible School. So, you know.
So you're going to love this. We were at Hendersonville Baptist Church a few years back because that's where Lifeway was doing their pre-show. And this guy that worked for Lifeway, this is probably about 5 years ago, he saw that we were from Ebenezer and he goes, hey, I went there. This guy's like in his 20s and was like, what? He goes, yeah, you had that Wet and Wild Day on Friday. So it's amazing what people remember. You know what I mean? Whenever he goes, yeah, I lived across the street at that time and I came. So we've already went door to door and tried to invite as many. We've sent out flyers, got it on social media. So, you know,
and
like
I'll put the post on my page as well. Okay. And so that was the other question. They don't have to be able to go all 5 days. So if they only have to.
Then and a lot of them can't.
Oh, okay.
You know, not all of them can. You know, I'll tell you, Wednesday and Friday is our biggest days. And I don't know why, but they are, and that's fine. Okay. And if they can only come 2 days, that's fine. If they can come all 5, that's great. Or if they can just come 1.
All right. And I want to challenge all our listeners. If you hear my voice, I want y'all to be inviting 5 kids that you weren't going to even think about inviting. So pray, ask the Lord, put those names on your heart, and get calling. And even if you don't have kids, think about your neighbors, your neighborhood, and say, hey, you know what? I heard about this on WSGI. You know, what's your child doing? I'd love to be able to help out. And there you go.
That's it.
All right. Building the kingdom one kid at a time.
That's right. That's true. That's what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, Tammy, you're doing such an amazing job.
Well,
thank you so
Thanks
much.
For letting me come in. Thanks for encouraging me to come in. Or reminding me, should I say.
Good thing you're in the dance class,
That's right? That's right. Well,
All right.
you.
Okay, take care. Tammy Burko, and I hope you guys will take advantage of their Vacation Bible School. All right, we're going to sign off here on One Street Over, but we're going to come right back with The Go Show. This has been Lee Marie filling in for U-Turn Laverne, and I look forward to the next hour with you as The Go Show starts. Make it a great day. God bless.
One street over, there's a life I could have known.